Hey guys, this is David Jones, and this is my Week 4 final project review for Mobile Development Frameworks 1 14.01. So what I did this week, I went ahead and made a little server status application for EverQuest 2. What it does is it draws upon the data feed that Sony Online Entertainment has. They've put it out there for people creating third-party apps and websites that tie into the game to use. You can pull things such as server data, character data, equipment, pretty much any stats, anything related to the game, data-wise, you can pull from there to create custom websites and applications. So mine is just this little simple server status site. It brings up a list of all the servers that are available and their current server population, how many people are online right now. So you can see, we'll click on Valor, it brings it up, time since last update, and population level is low. We'll go ahead and return. XML data feed, this is the actual XML that we're parsing through to load the data back on the table cells and the detail view. So like I said, that's the actual XML file that it's parsing through, that's saved into the documents folder. And then I went ahead, we didn't have to do this, but I went ahead and added a web view that actually pulls up the actual web view of that data request. And the address is, it's actually data.soe.com XML status EQ2. It's basically what you see when you enter that into your browser. It's formatted a little bit better than the file that I have, as you can plainly see. That's the whole application in a nutshell. So we'll go ahead and browse over my code real fast. Alright guys, so we'll step over my code. We'll look on the main storyboard, and you can see I've got my tab bar controller, I've got 3 tabs, and I've got my detail view controller. I'll step you through my first view controller. We've got our URL request, the URL, and the connection. We've got those set. We've got our mutable data for the data request, and we've got a mutable array to store the server information in after we parse through our XML file. And then I've got an outlet for my table view, of course. You guys all watch the same videos I watched this week, so you should know all the code that we had to use to get this to function correctly according to the specifications that were set forth for us. So I won't get really detailed in this, but up here my view did load. It's where I create my URL, make the request, the connection. I create my object, my mutable data object, and the data object to hold the data from the XML file. And I create a parser to go through the XML data. Of course, down here we've got the connection did finish loading function, as we saw in the videos. Got my get data from file function. I've got my parser function, and then the standard table view functions that are required when you're using a UI table view. Prepare for segue, going to my detail view, and you know, those are all pretty straightforward, guys. If you guys got your program working correctly, then you know how to use those. Like I said, I won't go into great detail. It's just a quick rundown of the code. Second view controller, I've got my custom cell that I've used in every project this week, using it to create the custom cells for the table view. I've got my custom object here, server object. This is what I specify the different strings and different items that we store the data into. My detail view controller and my web view controller. Now the web view, just like the video, I've got one outlet for my UI web view. Under view did load, we create the URL and allocate it with the actual URL string to make the request. If the request isn't nil, we'll go ahead and load the request into our web view, and that gets populated, as you guys saw in my application demo. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this week, this whole month actually. I feel like I've accomplished quite a bit. I hope you guys have as well. Definitely brainstorming on what I'm going to do for a full application when that class comes around. Looking forward to next week, new class starting. I'm sure I'll see some of you guys there. You guys have a good weekend, and we will talk to you soon.